Hello, people. Today I have with us the Hexa Gear Governor, Early Governor Vol.1 Jungle type, or Jungle version. Um, I don't have the box with me or the instructions, so I'm just kind of guessing that one. I wrote Jungle on my bag. This guy is definitely amongst the best values for Governor packs, and um, there's actually a better version of this one that comes with even more, but today I'm going to tell you about this one. So Jungle and Desert version, which is the original, actually come with so much stuff that it is ridiculous. We're going to cover that in a little bit. I just wanted to showcase to you guys what all came with this wonderful little governor. So this guy, he is one of the small scale 124 scale figures from the Hexa Gear line. He is not the first one, but he is the first early governor. So this is before the earth became too polluted for people to go outside and be able to breathe. And I don't know if you guys know any of the lore on Hexa Gear, but that is one of the storylines. In any case, this guy is the early governor, so it is a very standard looking soldier compared to one of the other ones that I put up here before. It is just a human with regular armor on, so it's sort of a modern soldier, maybe a little bit postmodern. Heavier duty gear than what we'd see today. And as you can tell, this one's seen some action. I messed up his kneecap, and that is actually gone missing. I didn't notice that till today, but you probably have seen him before. I've put him out on a couple of videos, and I definitely love him. He's one of my favorite of the early models. And now I'll go ahead and show you, as far as articulation, you wouldn't think he would be very articulated for how small he is, but I can show you the head is on a ball joint, which comes off quite easily, and I'm not sure if it's supposed to do that, but it does. And you go ahead and put that thing back on. I would definitely recommend using some cement to put that in there, at least on that section. I actually recommend something that can be used on ABS, like Plastic Magic. Of course, you do have the backpack, which is on a swivel. It's not necessarily supposed to be articulated, but that does plug into his Hexa Gear. We'll go to his shoulders. Shoulders are articulated in a standard ball joint and socket. These are one of the weaknesses of the Hexa Gear units, the governors. That tends to fail on you. Those are actually plugged into the back of his body here and can articulate inside there, so backward, forward, and up and down. So you do get quite a lot of range of motion inside his body, as well as what you get on the shoulder here. So that makes a much more flexible version of what would normally be a very simple kit. Oops. There you go. Let's take that off, actually. Inside his chest here, that can move up and down. It is on a ball joint, captured up on the top, up here, and on the bottom. The legs here actually plug all the way up into the top here. So you have this section in the middle that covers up the insides. You can articulate that on the bottom there just a bit. I don't know if you can see that, but actually you do get a crunch down at the bottom section there. So you can lean that back and forward. Oh, well, we can show you that too. Ball joints on the upper leg there. Well, I didn't finish his arm. Let's continue that. So you can rotate this at the shoulder. So actually, that turns on a swivel here, and you do get a standard hinge right on the arm, just a nice 90 degrees, a little bit further than 90 and a little bit further than straight. And you can see here, he's got a little computer on his wrist. That's cool. Going back to his legs, it's very similar. So you have that ball joint captured inside the same kind of hinge on the leg, and you can rotate that thigh there. This one is a bit more restricted because of these armor plates. And then the knee is a standard hinge, just like the top here. And not that there's anything wrong with that. It is just a simple one-piece, one bend connection there. At the foot, you have some interesting things going on here. This ports up inside to his leg, like that, so you get a rotation, and then you get a sort of hinge like you get on the Mecha Musume girls. The pin that goes inside actually is just one piece though, so that plugs into the upper boot, and then this part can swivel around and actually rotate on that swivel. So being as small as he is, he does have quite a lot of motion and range for being such a little guy. Dummy me, I was trying to put that one on upside down. Right, let's give him his hand back. This is another weakness of the Hexa Gears, but I've talked about that before. They're ball jointed hands in a very soft rubber. It is a little unusual, but it works. It just doesn't work that well. And I lost the other knee pad. Let's go ahead and get this on here. And I think that goes this way. All right, that's back on. Go ahead and let him stand right over here. All right, and so I did say this guy came with a lot of extras. And in terms of extras here, we do have some boots from the pawn style governor. So the legs there are going to be similar to what you would have gotten from the pawn. And you get another waist piece so that you don't have to use the one that we have here, and you can apply armor to that one actually. Not a bad thing, but if you don't want to use that armor, you want to put this piece on to cover up that you don't have those holes in it. You also get a nice pair of uppers for the thighs here as well, and those are meant to apply some armor on like the pawn does. And I don't see, why do I keep dropping that? It's because it's so small and I have big thumbs. There we go. So yeah, that's where the armor would slot on. But obviously with the legs like this, you aren't going to use those armor slots. You also get, and I lost his knee again, you get this knife that slots into any of these small little rectangular ports here, and they are all over his body. They're actually on his shoulder as well, on his thigh. You get another one right here. This is the gun and holster, so you get a pistol in a holster, and that slots into the same kind of pegging. I don't know what that is. So yeah, just leave those there. There are other components that can plug into those, like a holster without the gun, meaning that it is drawn, and the knife holster without the knife. In addition to that, you also get a nice rifle, another nice little weapon, and another nice little weapon here, as well as the gun without its holster, and the knife without its holster. We also get another head style. So this one's like a sort of pilot type look with the radio piece there. Here's another head style. It looks like it's wearing a gas mask and some sort of other visibility type deal. Here's another one similar to the one he's wearing right now, but with a set of goggles on. And that similar to the pilot one, but also with those goggles on his head. So a lot of heads there. but you also get a lot of hands, and it is a little unnerving how many hands it comes with. And yeah, I know I just threw those all there, but look at all these. And they come in all different sorts, so you get a thumbs up, you get a pointing finger, you got a flat hand, you got two types of open hands, you got a kind of casual resting hand. This one's to hold your weapon here. Just a lot. There's a closed fist. This is the fun one. Stop where you are. You got that pointing finger over here, the thumbs up. There's a peace sign. It's ridiculous how many hands this one came with, but I am glad of it. There's those other parts here. So yeah, that's one thing they did that I didn't expect them to do, but because they did, it is better for it. All those hands, all those accessory pieces are definitely going to help you differentiate one unit from another. And for the price of around $22, I've seen them as high as $28. I think it's definitely worth it. Like I said, this one is one of the better deals for getting a governor, because at $21 you can also get like a War Mage and Hexa or Cerberus, and those basically come with just the soldier and a weapon. Not as many options as this one does, but it's not a bad deal either. It's just this one's a better deal. This is one of the sets that you're gonna get a lot with. So I mean, even with just this backpack, it's really cool that you get that kind of a stacked up accessory deal with it. So I did mention there was an even better deal, and I've alluded to it a few times while I was doing reviews or asking for your guys' advice on what to go with next. And while this one is missing the backpacks for the units, it's definitely still a better deal than any of the other governors going on right now. That's this, let's see how you turn that one down, 1/24 scale Night Stalkers pack. That is 3 of these guys, but in a dark configuration. So you get the dark blue and gray, and you get 3 of them with their weapons and all their armor. You can see that they have 3 different heads on each one of them, and you can see how much of a difference it makes when you change out that waist pack to the one that I'm wearing, having him wear right now. It's definitely a different look. Now, while these ones don't have those backpacks, they do have other accessories that were designed just for them, and that's the Night Stalker accessories in that vehicle there, in that motorcycle, and a weapon set, which it's not really necessary, but it is pretty cool that they have them out. And that's probably going to be the next kit I build. I'll probably do a review on those immediately after. But yeah, I really do enjoy this particular set. I think it's well worth the money, the price of entry. I do wish that the second that set that I just showed had the backpack, because this is a really cool set with a little bit of paint and weathering. I think this is going to look really amazing. I've intended to paint these guys. I have not yet gotten to one of those. I have some other projects in the works, but these are going to get into paint eventually. I say that about a lot of things, though. I'm sure if you build any number of model kits, you probably say similarly. In any case, I think this is definitely one that is worth the buy. Just the size of these things, the parts are just so small that it is a bit daunting, but just remember that it is a model kit at the end of the day. And everything is salvageable with a little bit of cement and spruga. So if you needed to, you can make it work. I could do a size comparison real fast, but I'll just do a real quick one because I wanted to finish up. Let me just go ahead and show him compared to our dedicated stand-in for high grades. That is our Gundam there. You can see he is a bit short. And he is He is comparable to our similarly designed Hexa Gear Governor Bianco, and that's the Knight type. You can see that one's going to be taller and more heavily armored, but that is, by design. This one is a different unit. He's a different classification than our little guy here. And he's also a more modern version. You see, not modern, but more futuristic version. So you see that armor style is a lot more upgraded than our simple guy right here. Not that this guy has some problems with his armor, but I wouldn't want to get into tussle with that guy wearing what he's wearing versus this one. That's not a place I would want to go to. But otherwise, I think that's it for today. I will get back to you guys soon. I want to say thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. I will see you guys next time, or you'll see me. But more than likely, you'll see my stuff. Bye-bye.